Morning, Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. I'm Larissa. Time to drink some skulls, huh? Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm drinking some skulls. Ugh, ugh, ugh. So I have this toothbrush, right? And it doesn't fit, like the bottom of it doesn't fit down in the little hole in the toothbrush holder. So I just kind of like jam it in there so it like sticks out the top. The other day, like, and I've had this, I have, well, I mean, I haven't had this toothbrush for a long time. I mean, I replaced my toothbrushes, but I didn't just open this toothbrush, let's put it that way. And this particular toothbrush, I've had this toothbrush before, right? Like it's the only one at the store. It's been the only one at the store a couple times. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll get one of those, right? Well, so the other day, I'm trying to pull the toothbrush out of the hole where I've jammed it in there, and I drop it, and it starts shaking all over the place. It's like a zzz. I'm like, oh my God. Well, unbeknownst to me, and I don't know how, it has these two buttons on the handle, and it has a little battery in there or something, which is why the bottom is all fat and doesn't fit in the little hole, and it vibrates. I got a vibrating toothbrush. I had no idea. Now brushing my teeth is so much fun. I mean, it's not that I had a problem with brushing my teeth before. I like brushing my teeth. I mean, I sometimes brush my teeth multiple times a day, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a day sometimes. But, oh my God, I had no idea. Now I'm just like, zzz, like, oh, it's double brush. I don't know like, I've had this toothbrush like a few different times before. Like, this isn't the first or second time. This is like the fourth or fifth time I've had this toothbrush. And I didn't know. I didn't know it was a vibrating toothbrush. Oh my God. I have to look at that packaging because it must say it somewhere on there. A vibrating toothbrush. I'm like, wow, look at that. Hmm. Fancy. Someday, someday. Oh, yeah. So now I got some extra clean teeth when I brush them. I haven't brushed my teeth yet this morning. I haven't gotten out of bed. Oh, I got out to go pee real early. But I didn't brush my teeth then. Sometimes I do. Sometimes when I get up in the middle of the night, go pee, I brush my teeth as well. So sometimes I can brush my teeth 3, 4 times in the night. I don't know why. I don't want to be breathing stink breath on anyone. Anyway, yeah, toothbrush. I'm gonna think about that toothbrush. I've been meaning to talk about that toothbrush for a few days now. Vibrating toothbrush. Yeah, yeah. So got a new project started. I'm working on that. Yeah. Mm. I gotta review my footage from my camera because somebody was doing some vandalism in front of my place, and what they were doing, I should have them on the camera. Yeah, yeah. So I have to review that camera. I do. Yeah. Finally got my towels all folded over there. Yeah, and I have a stinking pile of laundry. It needs to go downstairs. Ugh. This morning I'll put together dinner to go in the toaster oven for Omar. Yeah. Yeah. So he can make himself some food. I'll do that before I go. Oh my God. I need to scrub the toilet at work, empty the trashes, and vacuum. That's what I have left to do over there. Yesterday, I did some other stuff that needed to be done. Yeah, I've been meaning to do for a while. Yeah, I'm very pleased. Very, very pleased. Yeah. Oh my God. Mm, yeah. Mm. Oh, oh, I hurt. I do. Oh my God. All down my right side. I hurt. That spot in my back that tore, that Dominican hospital didn't treat. Yeah. Yeah, Dignity Health. So they've been following me around. Yeah, like everywhere I go, there's a fucking Dignity Health truck. They're following me around. Yep. Mhm. They committed fraud. So, like, it wasn't this past Lent. It was the Lent before, the one before that. I don't know. I don't remember now. Yeah, it was 3 Lents ago. 3 Lents ago. Because it was Ash Wednesday was the day that I ended up going. It was the day I went into the emergency room. It was Ash Wednesday. So the tear in my back didn't happen on Ash Wednesday. The tear in my back happened like a couple days before that. And the pain was so bad, right? It was so bad. I couldn't, it was just, the pain was so bad that if I wasn't laying in just the right position, I was screaming and I couldn't sit and I couldn't stand, right? It was really bad. So Omar called 911 and ambulance comes out. Well, they send there's this bitch EMT and she was trying to strap me in, wanted to strap me into this thing. I'm like, no, you're not strapping me into that thing. And I'm not getting on that fucking ambulance in that strapped in that position. No, that's not gonna fucking happen. And she kept on calling me sweetie and dear. I'm like, fuck you, cunt. I am not going with you. So Omar is like, we told him to leave, and Omar was like, okay, let's go to the emergency room. And he took me over to the fucking Catholic hospital, and they abused me. They abused me. They refused to give me an MRI. They say they did um, 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 x-rays, but when I went back and asked them for copies of the x-rays, they refused to give them to me. And they finally gave me a disc that I haven't been able to look at, and that there's no way to prove that they're mine, right? Like, I can't prove that they are or aren't mine. I'd have to have another set of x-rays done to compare them to make sure that they actually are mine. I don't know that they are mine, and I don't know that there's anything on that disc. And like I said, they fought me on giving them to me, right? Then when the insurance stuff came, it was all signed off by some doctor Michael something or other. I never saw a doctor, let alone a man. All I saw were fat ass nurses who moved me from room to room and wouldn't let me lay down anywhere, which was the only way that I was not in pain. And then they were screaming at me because I was yelling in pain. Yeah. And then they charged us over $6,000 to get out of the emergency room after all they gave me were 2 lidocaine patches. And then they charged me more money, right? And I ended up sending it to them in a box of greasy quarters. Dignity Health, the Catholic hospital, the Dominican hospital, they abuse women. They abuse people and they commit fraud. I never saw a doctor. Mm-hmm. And they're following me around. Yeah. Yeah. They're following me around. Yeah. Based out of Sugar Land, Texas. Of course they're going to go after women. Texas is a woman hating state. Mm-hmm. Texas is a woman hating state. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. They love to kill women down there in Texas. They do. They love to kill women down there in Texas. Yeah. Oh, they love to kill women everywhere. They like to kill women up here in California, too. Mm. Oh, so they're following me around. Fuck you, Dignity Health. Fuck you and everybody who works there. In Dignity Health. Fucking sleazy gang bang and abuse women. Dominican Hospital. Fuck you. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Nurse, fine. Don't you yell at me. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, who the fuck are you? And then this other nurse was like, shh, shh. I'm like, no, no. I said, I said, I'm in pain. And I said, I want everybody who's here to know what you're doing to me. Yeah. I never saw a doctor. Never saw a doctor. Yeah. And they refused to give me an MRI. They told me that they didn't have an MRI facility, and they do. They do. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and I've been severely impaired. My physical being is that is that really harmed me. That really harmed me. Yeah, and that's what they like to do. That's the way they are. That's the way they fucking are around here. Yeah, fucking gang banging cunts that all work there. There's a kid with his fucking gang tattoos, laugh now, cry later, bullshit all over his arms. Oh yeah. I have to wonder, did I even see any actual medical professionals? Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so that's the way it works. There's people who are in gangs, right? This is why like people who are victims of gang violence don't like to go into the hospitals, right? Because like they'll have family members that work there, right? The medical industry is full of gang affiliation, particularly out here in California. And so when anybody comes into the hospital, then, there's back and forth about, who it is and what happened, and there's retaliation, and they do all kinds of shady shit. Yeah. But also, like, I'm guessing, because this is something else that happens a lot, like all that money that we paid, right? Probably paid for somebody else. Not for me, because I didn't get any care. It probably paid for somebody else, right? Yeah, no, they commit fraud they commit fraud. And the Catholic hospitals are the worst. The Catholic hospitals are the worst for the fraud. Yeah, because the Catholic organizations are full of gang affiliation, cartel affiliation. Yeah. Mm. I used to see them in church all the time. Yeah, they're the ones that put the big wads of cash in the basket. And that's why the church hides them. Yeah. Mhm. They're in all the fucking groups. The Filipino groups, the Spanish speaking groups, all of them. Yeah. 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 I'll never go back to any church. I'll never go back to any church. They're all corrupt. They're all corrupt. And I'm not saying that religion itself is corrupt. I don't believe that. But people are, and they use their religion, and churches have become nothing but havens for organized crime. That's all they are. Yeah. And it's on a scale, like, from little stuff all the way to big stuff. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Anyway, anyway, I guess I'll have to put these towels away and then maybe get this other basket of clothes downstairs so I can get them in the wash. Maybe try to catch up. If I can get this basket of clothes done, that's in here right now. If I can get that in today, I think I'll be able to catch up. I think then I'll be caught up, right? The basket of clothes down there right now. It's partially folded. There's stuff that's hanging to dry, that's still drying, and once those get folded, then that can come up. Oh, yeah, yeah. Anyway, got a change of address. Picked up a change of address form. Omar's going to fill it out, and we will get it to his mother for her to sign, because that bitch is having all kinds of shit. She's been having shit mailed here for a long time, and she has there's no space in our life for her after everything that she's done and everything that she's put us through with her drugs and alcohol and lying and stealing and all of her bullshit. She doesn't live here. She's never going to live here. You know, we don't want her mail here. I don't want anything of hers here. I want her out of my life. So I gotta get her to fucking sign that so that the post office will fucking send her mail to her, because I write return to sender on it, not at this address, and the post office will still keep delivering it here. The post office is fucked up too. They are. You know why? Because they got a whole bunch of Curcio people that work there. Yeah, they do. Or a whole bunch of Curcio people, the Filipino Curcio people, when we were in Oakland, that worked at the Alameda post office, and the Oakland branch that was near to where we lived. Oh yeah, yeah, and it was a Filipino woman from the Catholic Curcio who was her helper, my mother-in-law's helper, who was and she was stealing from my mother-in-law too, because my mother-in-law, like, she has shopping addiction issues. She doesn't have money to spend on it now, but she had the little bit that she was supposed to live on that my father-in-law left her when he died, right? Spent it all buying shit on QVC for this Filipino woman that was her helper, right? And this woman was a con artist. She was a predator. So, but she was part of the Filipino Curcio, and they were following me all over the place and harassing me, and at church and stuff. Oh my God, they were horrendous. They were horrendous. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, so we gotta get that to her so she can sign it and get her shit out of here, because she's not coming here. He said, the guy at the post office, I need this for my. He's like, oh, he's like, we don't want you to leave. I said, this is not for me. This is for my mother-in-law. And he's like, oh, but what about Christmas? I'm like, she can stay where the fuck she's at. She doesn't celebrate anything. And the best, I said, she's Muslim. She doesn't celebrate. And it's not that I wouldn't have somebody who was other than Christian at my Christmas table. I don't want her at my fucking table. The last few times that she sat at my dinner table, she either shit herself or pissed herself at my dinner table. She's not welcome at my house. She's not welcome at my house. She's not welcome in my life. She's done so much to harm my husband. She's awful. She's absolutely awful. Yeah. Make a big, beautiful dinner, and would sit and nibble on fucking saltine crackers because she was, drunk as a skunk and stoned on whatever the fuck she was on, methadone, OxyContin, whatever the fuck she had. You know, she's a junkie. Yeah. And so she's sitting there nibbling on saltines. Oh, Larissa, these are so good. I didn't make those. I know. It's the kind of bullshit that she does. Oh, Larissa, you're so fat. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you, Sheila. Fuck you. Yeah. Yeah. Neither of your other sons want anything to do with you either. Amazing. 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 Hmm. The hardest thing I've ever done is keep believing there's someone in this crazy world for me. The way that people come and go through temporary lives, my chance may come and I may never see. I used to say no promises, let's keep it simple, but freedom only helps you say goodbye. It took a while for me to learn that nothing comes for free. The price I've paid is high enough for me. Oh my god. Yeah, the other day, I was listening to Karen Carpenter and singing along, and Omar's like rolling his eyes and everything, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. How much intellectual property have I had stolen? I like singing Karen Carpenter music. It's fun to sing. It's in my range. Mr. Complain about everything. It's like if we had a fraction of the money that I should have for the work that I've done that has been stolen from me, music, it would solve a lot of problems, pay a lot of bills. Yeah. So, ugh. Anyway, no, the music industry is disgusting, and musicians are gross, money grubbing, thieving, gross. Yeah, that's been my experience. Yep. Anyway. Anyway, finish my tea here, get showered and dressed, and I think I want some buttery scrambled eggs for breakfast. Those sound good to me. Make some nice buttery eggs. Some nice buttery eggs with an English muffin and some tomato slices. That sounds good to me.